You see, doing the work of the flesh is wicked works. Living for yourself is wicked works. Being self-centered and selfish is wicked works. Walking according to the course of this world is wicked works. Hey, it's alienated and made you an enemy of God. As far as you're concerned, God's your enemy. He's against you. So when you come to hear the preacher's against you. When someone tries to correct you, they're against you. And you spend your time trying to justify your wrong actions because you immediately spring to self-defense. If you try and defend yourself all the time, the answer is you're alienated from God by wicked works, and you're trying to justify yourself. But there is no justification. Once a man tries to justify himself, he shows he's alienated from God. It's amazing how people always do it. Trying to make an excuse. You're without excuse, oh man. Is that clear? You that were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind. The enemy, you see, it's how you think. The devil plays with your mind. And you get alienated from God and you treat him as an enemy. And you say, but I'm a Christian. Hey, what's gone wrong? It's in your mind. Now, does the Bible say that? Hello? Does the Bible say that? Is it there in the book? Do you believe God's right? Well, come on, do you believe God's right? Okay, where's your problem? Where is it? Where is it? So you make yourself an enemy of God by wicked works. That's the problem. Nice to believe that it's someone else's fault. But I tell you what, you get mighty hostile when there's wicked works going on. Alienated from God. I meet a lot of people who are alienated from God. And you know, they think it's a devil or a demon. Stupid people. It's not a devil. You're a big enough devil yourself. You don't need help to sin. And they're alienated from God, and they try to give all kinds of excuses. You're alienated by what? Wicked works. That's what alienates you. Wicked works. Wicked works. And where are you alienated? In your mind. So suddenly all your thinking is hostile towards God and God's people. Why? It's in your mind. Terrible to find people alienated from God in their minds. Okay, you say, well, is that all? No. 2 Corinthians 3. It's good you've got a Bible. 2 Corinthians 3. We're looking at the natural mind. 2 Corinthians 3. Verse 12, this will help you. I think it's always useful to know this. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech. You know, there's one thing about it. I like to make it plain. I want to get in your face. I'm not interested in trying to compromise or hide the things. I want to be in your face. If you think I'm getting at you, I am. Heck, if I wasn't a preacher who tries to get at you, I'd talk to the ceiling. I want to face each one of you, eyeball to eyeball. Because your eternal destiny depends on your obedience to Christ. And you need to learn how to bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. And if you want to enjoy all the benefits of God, you better learn to live his way and obey him. And it's a gift of life by Jesus Christ. And all you're doing is destroying yourself. Not only have you made yourself an enemy of God, not only have you alienated yourself from the life of God, but you, a jackass, are going to lose because you're not going to defeat God. Really, you're a fool to yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're not hurting anyone else. You think it's someone against you. No, you're against God. Is that plain? Then it goes on. See, the people play in their minds and they don't realize they become a plaything of the devil. And you listen to what they say and you know they're just a plaything of the devil. And they think they're okay. That's the big delusion. 2 Corinthians, okay, where are we? Seeing them, we use great plainness to me, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished. But their minds were blinded. They were totally blinded. And it goes on and says, for until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ. When I find people want to always live in Old Testament theology and they don't live in the New Covenant, I know the veil is upon them. What they lack is Jesus Christ. They lack the knowledge of who he is, and they lack relationship with him, because the veil gets taken away when he fills them with life. It's done away in Jesus Christ. But their minds are just so blinded. There's nothing worse than a man with a blinded mind who doesn't realize that he's destroying his life, his family's life, or a silly woman who destroys her children. Destroys them through blindness. Doesn't understand the consequences. And in Christ, the veil's taken away. But when people are blind, no good beating them around the head and saying you're blind. They need their eyes open. Hey, they've got to learn how to bring every